Hi Neetha, thank you so much for coming.
Thank you. Thank you so much for inviting me. And happy Navratri.
Would you like to start by telling us where are you originally from?
I am from India, South India. Mainly, I was raised in Hyderabad. My dad is from Guntur and my mom is from Nellore. And I came to US when I was 22. Got married. I came to US, and then it's now I'm here.
My next question was how many years have you been living here? But I guess now you don't want to tell that. Okay, let me just ask how old are your kids?
I don't mind actually telling. I came in 1999. It seems very,
24
back.
years.
Yeah. I just finished 25 years. So I have two kids, 21 and 16. So my older one just finished college and she is back home. And then my daughter, younger one is in 11th grade.
I'm sure you must be tired of hearing how you look like her sister and not her mom at all, but you really do. Today also, tonight also, you're looking very pretty.
Thank you.
Tell me something about your dance journey. When did you start learning?
Actually, I don't remember uh, when when I started dancing. I always dance. That's what I remember. I was a big when I was in so the first few years of my life. Actually, I was in Guntur before my dad got transferred to Hyderabad. So until third grade. So I remember, and my dad and my parents are like the movie buffs. So first day, first show.
Oh.
So a lot of my movie, madness also is because my parents were very into movies, into music. I think, was in that environment. And I'm a big Sri Devi fan. So I actually call her my guru because I learned from her, watching her, and I think I continue to do. And I would go watch her movies. I used to have so much attention to detail that I would, by the end of the movie, I would remember what she wore and like the songs, the choreography, and I used to just practice, when I'm there, right? So, and my parents encouraged all my artsy, activities. Which means that my dad used to get me all Sri Devi, Madhuri Dixit, it started as an audio tapes to video, as from black and white TV to color to, and my dad basically made sure that I had enough resources and tools, I guess, to improve myself. My grandparents, they have a school in Nellore, so a proper school, and my grandfather was a retired DO of Nellore. My grandparents used to love when I would choreograph when I was like 11, 12, choreograph my dances for my cousins, younger cousins. So they have 6 daughters, so we have like a lot of, we are 12 grandchildren.
Wow.
So I used to choreograph for my cousins, and we would put up a show every summer. So I would go to summer, for summer holidays, I would visit my grandparents, and they would ask me to choreograph for all. And then we used to put up a show in the school because we had our own stage and all the, so and all our family used to come and watch the shows. And literally my aunts used to get us costumes also.
Oh, that's
So
nice.
without, I think, realizing, I kind of started doing be it choreography, be it dancing or picking costumes at a very early age, because I was in an environment where I was encouraged to basically do all that. So, and when I was, I think in high school, that's when the video cameras came, and I start realize. So I would actually look at myself dancing. Until then, I was actually self-taught myself all the Bollywood, and then I realized no, I need like a proper training. So I actually was scouting for like teachers. In fact, I had a experience where some teachers said no to me. But then at high school, during that time, I had one of my aunts said, "Oh, you're looking for teachers. How about you? Do you want to learn Kathak?" I said, "Yeah, I want to learn anything. Like I am anybody who wants to teach me, I would learn." And then Mr. Anju Babu Garu, my guru, he taught me Kathak for few years. And then yeah, I went and studied physiotherapy, and then I came to US.
I didn't know you studied physiotherapy. That's interesting.
Yeah, I studied physiotherapy. I came to US and studied again client server programming and shifted my career. And I also use physiotherapy in my dance, I think.
That's
So it's
true.
all it was all meant to be, I guess. Long story short, how did I start here is I was always dancing. I was interested, and any opportunity I got to dance, I would dance. And some folks noticed that I love dancing. And when I had my kid, Kushi, my older one, was 3 years old. One of my friend asked me to choreograph for 4 kids. They for a local event called WATS, Washington Telugu Association, and I said okay. And then when I was teaching them, it was such a good play date for my younger one because she was 3, and I didn't have to really work hard for getting a play date. And as I told you, right, I love teaching kids, whether it was my cousins or I think it was part of me. So I loved it, and then it was done. They asked me to do it again I think we did for Ugadi, and they wanted me for Diwali. I said, okay, I'll do it. And then my friend said, no, you have to take money. And I was like, oh, someone actually pays for this. No, I said I'll volunteer, and she actually kind of encouraged me to take money, and then 4 kids became 10, 10 became 30. And right now, I think it's 18 years since I started teaching kids in this area. We have around 230 students right now.
Wow.
And then we finished officially as Bolly Steps. This is my 13th year.
Congratulations. Please tell the name again and where are you located?
School's name is Bolly Steps Dance Academy, and we are actually located in Sammamish. Our main branch is in Sammamish. My daughter is starting a branch in Bothell. Actually started already last week.
What types of dances do you teach?
We only teach Bollywood. It's a mix of everything. So the way, so luckily, lot of kids keep coming back to our school. So like imagine kids who, when they were 4 years, they must have come to my school, and now they are like 18, 16, and they actually help me. So it really gives me an opportunity to introduce all kind of dance forms, like a fusion, right? It's fusion. It's not like pure form. So we experiment.
That's very interesting to know. Since we are doing this for Navratri, can you tell me about the female influences in your life?
Definitely. I think I was raised feminist because as I said, my mom, they are 6 sisters. And all of them are highly educated and very, very independent and working. Though my mom was a homemaker, but she also was an entrepreneur. She started a lot of businesses. So, yeah, and my grandmother, since they had a school, both my grandparents were working. So my grandmother was every day, whenever I would go to Nellore, I would see her as a role model, a relatable role model, right? She had that aura, and she actually taught me that your hand always has to be like this and not like this. So I was very close to my grandmother, and I learned a lot from her. And she was a very strong woman also, raising 6 late girls, and some of them actually went out of state and studied. So I have to give it to them at that time. Then my mother, I think she's very, very, she's like a superwoman. She she's a very multi-talented. Um, if I watched a Sridevi movie, like when I was a teenager, I would watch a Sridevi movie. I would say, "Oh, that dress is very nice." By the time I used to come back from school, she used to make that dress from scraps. Okay, so it's really, and that's just one of her skills. She was also very, fearless. I would say my mother, like, if anybody came to her for anything, she would go and do that job for them. And like it could mean that she would knock minister's door and she could walk in, barge in and have that conversation. I've seen her, she's very fearless, and she also supported me through my journey in dance because she's the one who actually did all the costume production. So she set the pipeline and many costumes, because every year we used to do 200 to 300 costumes, and she used to do that for me. And all my aunts, both sides, I've learned something from them. I observe people and I learn a lot. So I'm sure I've learned something from all my aunts. And then I have a set of powerful women behind my back here, my friends, who basically uplifted me and who have supported me. They actually run the shows for me. They all work, but they all take off, and we all come together and work. So I think many women actually supported me, encouraged me to be what I am today. So and icing on the cake is my girls also support me. Both the girls also are very encouraging, so yeah.
Good to know that. Everybody doesn't get friends like that. You've been lucky, and I'm sure you are a great friend. That's how you attract other great friends. Do you want to say anything? Tell anything.
What I would say to next generation is, I always say this, so I will say it again. I think a lot of times we say, I'm passionate about this, I'm passionate about that, I love this, we say that. But I feel it's not enough. Passion without persistence, patience, and people, rallying people to make sure you're successful. You need all these 4 P's for you to really be successful. So if you're passionate, I would say put it in action. And I always say that it doesn't have to be big. The outcome doesn't have to be big. The outcome could be like what I did, teaching one person in your garage. I did with the same enthusiasm. If I was teaching 100 kids, big stage like Med and Bauer, it shouldn't matter, right? Because if you're passionate about it, the outcome doesn't matter. You keep doing it, you persevere with patience, and one day when you turn back and look, you will think, when did I come this far? Because you have something to show, one step at a time. So I would say that just always make sure you have that fire in you, and one step at a time, it's good, right? Like I work at Microsoft, I'm a mother, but I did, it was just me spending some hours every week doing my passion, which today I feel like it's like meditation, right? When I go on Sunday morning, it's like meditation for me. And I am refreshed for Monday to give my best outside of dance, I would say.
So just to sum it up, you said 4 P's: passion, persistence, people,
Patience.
Okay, that was a great message. 4 P's to bring it to fruition. My last question is related to what you just said. Where do you work?
So I work at Microsoft. I'm a product manager at Microsoft. I started my journey almost 18 years back as a tester, and then I became an SDET, then release program manager, and now program manager and the product manager. I love what I do. So many things that I have learned in Microsoft that I actually bring it to the kids. At the same time, I also learned a lot being a dance teacher and businesswoman. And I take that back to Microsoft, and I sometimes use that. So it's like a really good balance for me.
Definitely. Bill Gates should be thankful to you, and we are thankful to Bill Gates. how do you balance work, home, your dance school, and me time, like you said?
It's a personal choice. In my case, Sunday is what I decided that I'm going to give it to my passion. My entire family, my friends, everybody, they know that I am not available on Sunday. So even the parties that they schedule, on Saturdays or other days. So that is the support I get from my, people, right?
Yes.
You rally the people.
So, Neetha told us about discipline, setting boundaries, communicating clearly, and prioritizing well. Thank you so much, Neetha. It was a pleasure having you here.
Thank you so much for inviting me. I had a good time. Thank you.
Same here.